Well, I don't know what's going on with me. I feel like I'm just kind of like I don't know. It's actually I came across this news story. I don't know if we have to get the file out for this one. Um, but I came across this news story. You ever, Mike? You ever just like somebody asks you how you're feeling and you just go meh, just kind of
I'll show
feeling
you.
meh.
I'll show you the text thread today. I had my friend from Kentucky text me this morning, and she was like, "How's everything going?" And I was like, "Meh."
So there
And
you go.
sent a little straight faced emoji. You know what I'm saying? Little flat eyes and flat face or flat smile,
So yeah,
just emotionless.
well, that's obviously a lot of people are use that term now. It's become much more part of the vernacular these days. But it actually, doctors have actually named they've actually put a scientific medical name to the feeling of meh. It's so there's major depressive disorder, which most people, which understand what that is. That's um, something that major depressive disorder that can if you have depression for 2 months, you'll be described as having major depressive disorder, and you can be put on
Yep.
medication for it or whatever. It only has to be 2 months. But this ongoing kind of feeling of just meh that just doesn't go away. And I got to be honest with you, Mikey, I've felt kind of meh for a while now, quite a while now.
It's called the
Uh,
plateau on the medication.
well, I don't know if it's actually even before the medication. I think it's something that just I'll be honest with you, I think it happened when I got fired from the show. You know what I mean? I think it kind of started there, and I just kind of have not really pulled myself out of it yet. Because I'll be honest with you, I have no other than going to do my weddings. And pick up the boys. I have zero interest in leaving the house. None. Like
I'm with you.
I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to interact with people necessarily. I love doing this and interacting with people, but for some reason I'm just having like a thing where I just don't want to go out of the house and talk to people. So this meh thing is actually something that it's why I say maybe we need to get the file out for me and maybe I need to talk to my doctor. Which is strange though. They say this meh. They're describing it as what do they call it? Persistent depressive disorder. So it's a little known form of mild depression. And it's something they figured out. It actually affects 10 million Americans of all ages, with actually women being a little bit more prone to it. So surprise, surprise, they get another illness or something that women are prone to, like fibromyalgia or whatever. Um, but it's if it lasts 2 years. If you're having this kind of mild depression and it lasts around 2 years, um, that's when they will just diagnose you with this PDD. So that's a little bit.
Yeah, suffer for 2 years with the meh feeling, and then we'll diagnose you and medicate you.
That's what's a little confusing about the story. The fact that well, I think that they're saying that you'll get this. If you go to say you have major depressive disorder, you get diagnosed after 2 months of being depressed. They give you medication, you feel
Yep.
better from it. I think this is something where people are not quite so far down depressed that they're maybe even seeking help. They're just like meh. You know what I mean? They're just kind of blah and going through the
Indifferent.
motions, indifferent, kind of blah, and want to be kind of introverted a little bit. Um, and I never was like this. I always want to be out and about and doing stuff and going out to restaurants and like I was not an Uber Eats guy before. Like I something just clicked in me over the past couple of years, and I just like being
COVID
inside.
fucked everybody all up.
Yeah, I don't know if it has to do. Maybe it has something to do. Well, you know what? But during COVID, I worked the whole time. I worked for the show. I was running the board and
Yeah, but other
everything.
than that, all your fun shit in life, your restaurants, all that shit got shut down. Uber Eats became the thing, and then that becomes your comfort zone.
Yeah, I mean, a couple summers ago, like I was doing brunches and all that stuff, and and that was like my big thing. And then in the winter, we would, we'd try to find a restaurants to go out to and nice stuff like that. Now it's just like, meh.
Man,
I just wait till the end of the show. I'll eat the same Swensons I ate last night. Literally the exact same order. I think I had like 4 nights in a row at one point because I was just like, eh, I don't even want to think about it. And I hate to be a downer, but I'll be honest with you. I'm like, I'm actually, I'll tell you, you said you mentioned the meds and the plateau on the meds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm
everyone goes
actually,
through that. You just get to that meh.
eh, I think actually I need to maybe stop taking my meds, to be honest with
Back.
you. Yeah, I really think so because,
Let's hear your justification. Because if you stop taking yours, I'm stopping taking mine.
well, I feel, well, first off, I don't know if it's causing this depression or not letting me out of it. That's one of the things I worry about because it is a side effect which is the dumbest thing ever. A pill designed to help with depression, a side effect is depression. I don't get that,
Yeah.
but whatever. Um, but I mean, it does work in the sense that I'm not having rage outs. I know last night people thought I was raging, but that was definitely not raging. That might have just been,
No.
maybe snarky comments. I'd say that, if anything, but certainly not raging. I wasn't threatening and swearing and pointing and like I've done in the
No.
past by any means. I really don't do that anymore. I don't. Um, I would rather avoid confrontation now, which I think is part of the reason why I don't want to go out of the house because I just know I can avoid any kind of run-ins with anything. But the main reason is really I feel like there's like a spark that has gone out in me. This little fire of creativity and a little bit of just a little bit of extra gusto and what made my personality the way it is. I feel
We've had
like
this
kind of
conversation about me. That's why I don't like my meds. I feel like it takes that away, but the good outweighs the bad when it comes to my meds. I mean, it takes away the extreme highs, takes away the extreme lows. It keeps me kind of right in the middle. And I've always been a guy that runs on extreme highs or extreme lows, but those extremes are what get me into trouble and get me into my own head and making poor decisions.
same here. Though I mean I understand all that, but I feel like um I don't know. I just don't feel like myself. I think that's the best way to put it. I don't feel like myself. I don't feel like I have. Uh, I don't know. I'm not like a. I've never been like a super quick-witted person or anything, but I feel like some of my
Dulled.
wittiness dulled, or yeah, a little bit of that. Like I almost to the point. Like, and it's not like I miss those highs or those lows. I don't miss those at all. I just feel like there's something in it changed my personality a little bit. Maybe and some people might think it's for the better because like my family, my kids, and my daughter in particular, all they really go out of their way to point out how much I've grown over the past couple years,
You
3 years or
have.
whatever. So they really appreciate it. So it's like a double-edged sword for me where I'm like, I don't feel like myself, but everybody else is saying, hey, we like this version of you. But I don't like this version of me.
Yeah, and
So
that's
it's
the only
like,
person that matters when it comes to that. Because if you don't like you, then something's gonna break and pop and build up pressure. But before you like stop taking your meds or whatever, what I would do is talk to your doctor about maybe adjusting the dosage or changing meds.
yeah. Well, maybe that's what you need to do because that's actually, I think I saw somebody in there. B4 said, unfortunately, it does take a while to find the right med for you. So I don't know. And my mom's in there, in the chat tonight. Bish is in there going crazy saying, no, 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 Sonny. So,
That's the response I get from my mom when I talk about doing it. But I actually just met with my meds lady last week, and I was supposed to have the conversation with her about switching them up or changing dosage or whatever.
yeah.
And then I got too chicken shit to do it, and I was like, I'll just keep it the way it is.
What do you mean chicken shit? Like you afraid that she was going to put you on something
No,
different that you didn't want to try or?
yeah, I don't like I don't want to go like without meds and change it. Like I may not like exactly where I'm at with these meds, but it is
Mm.
exponentially better than where I was. And the panic disorder that I have and the deep depression where like I just like I told you before, I put couch cushions on the floor and crawl into a hole for days at a time.
Yeah,
Like I haven't had that in a while, dude, and I don't want
yeah,
that shit ever again.
mine's never gotten that bad. I mean, like I remember one time when I was younger, when I was working at the paper mill. I remember I just remember I broke down because I had worked like because I was working the swing shift and I was working just this crazy schedule and I had to work 18 or 16 hours the day before because my replacement didn't show up and if your replacement doesn't show up, you have to stay and work.
Oh.
Um,
It's another dumb show.
Check 1 2. All right, guys. Welcome to another dumb show. There is something going on with my audio. I cannot hear anything at all. I do not know what happened, but I can't hear diddly. Hold on 1 sec. I couldn't even hear the show open. I didn't even know we started. I have no idea what happened here, guys. So give me 1 sec. See if I can hit a button here to try to figure out why I can't hear anything. It does not make any sense to me why I can't hear the show. Changed nothing with the audio. I was messing around with some. Yeah, the audio is all screwed up, guys. I might need to redo this thing. I think my audio interface is being wonky. We might have to restart, guys. Yeah, I know the lighting's weird too because I got distracted because I couldn't turn my lights on right because I can't hear anything at all, which means I probably won't be able to hear Mikey either when he does call. So we might have to reboot here, guys, because I can't hear a damn thing. Shit. Come on. That thing. All right, so the lights are fixed, but all right, hold on. Give me 2 seconds to see if I can troubleshoot this real quick. I apologize for the issue here. Well, that's on the right one, I think. Output is on the correct output, I believe. Let's work our way through this. So there, as I look through this, guys, there is some breaking news going on out in the world. The mass shooting that took place at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, UNLV. And sadly, that was pretty ugly. I believe there are 3 people who have died. And there are now, and well, I saw something saying it was a mass casualty event, and that I saw as many as 12 people, or excuse me, 28 people were killed, but I've not yet seen any confirmation of that other than from the police department, who said there were only 3 killed. So I'm not exactly 100% sure what the actual total is, but sad news, another mass casualty shooting in our country. I'm looking at this, guys, and I have no idea what is going on with the audio here. This is not good. I think my audio interface needs a reboot, guys. So I'm going to do this. We have to reboot because I can't hear a thing. And if I can't hear anything, we can't do a show here. Uh, so um, let's see. I'm trying to think one more thing. You're saying my mic is low. That's what I'm saying. I believe there's something wrong with my audio interface. So guys, I have to do. I think we're gonna have to do a reboot here because I have. What is the deal with this? These are all on. Should be able to hear that. Oh man, sorry about this, guys. I'm really frustrated. We had a lot of good stuff to talk about today, and for some reason, I can't hear anything. I truly have no. This one's a weird one. I think it's got to be something, just some sort of glitch with the audio, because there's absolutely no reason why I shouldn't be able to hear everything that's going on. Um, all right, I'm calling it for now. We're gonna reboot, guys, and I'll be back in a couple minutes. Make sure you have your notifications turned on. If you're not in the Discord, get in the Discord real quick. That way you can. I don't think it's wires, Scott's Area Suite. This one is. Yeah, it sounds good. I'm sure it sounds fine for you guys. I just turned up my mic, so I'm sure that's all fine. But I can't hear anything, which means I'm not gonna be able to hear Mikey when he gets on, and I can't hear any of the videos or anything we're trying to do. So I do believe it's not a wire issue. I believe it is my audio interface is just being buggy right now, to tell you the truth, because every once in a while it'll do this. So I think I just need to do a reboot. I'm going to reboot the computer because everything's set up otherwise. Let me check it. Mikey's not here yet. So yeah, make sure you have your notifications turned on. That way you know when I pop back up live. If you're not already in the Discord, I'll try to make a mention in there, and I'll even try to tweet it and all that good stuff too. So I apologize that we have to do this, guys. Again, I'm not exactly sure what is going on, so it'll take a little bit of troubleshooting on my end to make sure I get it all figured out. In the meantime, guys, actually, let me check this real quick. Here's one other little thing I can look at. No. Give me 1 second. I'm checking a setting. Enabled. Yes. Yep. Nope. That's something's wrong. Okay. I got to reboot, guys, because there is definitely officially something wrong with my computer. I don't know if I rebooted improperly, but so we'll be back, and I'll just do a short little quick recap. I'll just put the break photos on to roll for like 30 seconds, a minute, and then we'll pop up live. All right. Sorry, guys. We'll be right back with the show here in a minute. Remember, make sure you have your notifications turned on. Feel free to like this one. And if for some reason there's some sort of issue where we can't come back because I can't hear anything, then I'll put a notification out. I'll post a thing on YouTube and obviously in Discord. But let's fingers crossed that won't happen. Okay. All right. I'll be back in a couple minutes, guys. Sorry.